This is the Lego City tractor, and today I'm going to build a farm for the tractor to work on. The first thing I wanted to do is create a wheat field for the tractor to harvest. I've used some open stud round plates with bars and Technic pins to create the wheat. I did spread the wheat out in quite a natural, a little bit sparse pattern because our farmer in the Lego City is still quite inexperienced and he doesn't necessarily plant all of his seeds perfectly. So the wheat field is a little bit sparse, but I love how it adds to the story of the farm. Then I wanted to add in a part of the field that had already been harvested before adding in a custom combine harvester, but we'll come back to that later. The next thing to build is a grain silo that we can store all of the harvested wheat in. And then, of course, I need a trailer for the tractor to transport all the harvest to be made into flour so we can have some bread for Lego City. Now I've built this trailer to match the same colour scheme as the actual tractor it goes with, so I think it looks really cool, and especially with these red wheels that I added in. Of course, every farm needs a good fence and some trees, so I built them next before starting a wildflower field for the insects to enjoy. Now this wildflower field is really easy to build, and the great thing about it is you can use whatever colours you want. I just happen to have these two colours of leaves and flowers in my park collection. And of course I need a little place for the farmer to store some equipment and be able to have a little break. So I built them a wooden hut complete with tools, hay, chicken eggs and a bucket of milk. I finished it off with this nice wood effect roof, which is angled down with the hinges I placed on top. Then I made a pile of hay for the farmer to use to feed his livestock before starting to build the combine harvester. This combine harvester is made entirely from the parts in the tractor set, and I think it might actually be my favourite part of the build. This is one of my favourite things about Lego, is that you can just take a set and just rebuild it into something either completely different, or in this case, very similar, but it still looks really different as a finished product, and yet we've used most of the parts that were originally in the tractor set and we haven't had to add any extra parts. Now all that's left to do is get everything in place and then set the scene for a proper working Lego City farm.